pulsed field ablation system features a proven workflow designed to produce applications across its two configurations. FARAPulse delivers transformative consistency and predictability for the treatment of atrial fibrillation.
I'm used to losing, like this is what I'm used to doing, but like how was it for you? Like you came from RK, you guys went to the Final Four year last year?
Went to the Final Four last year, yeah.
Me and Camilla is not used to this. So like how was the mindset like going into it?
It was the same. Like I think I came out, I lost my first 7 games. We started off 0-7. I lost 7 games total by my whole career, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, so I'm like, I ain't used to this. And the same thing, though, I have vets. Like, I remember one game, Kevin Garnett grabbed me after they beat us early in my career, and he just kept telling me, like, with that fight that you have, that dog that's in you, like, he was like, don't lose that. He was like, they're going to get you right over here. He was like, but so the vets over the Baron Davis of the world, the Jason Keyes, like the vets along my rookie year when we were struggling, that kept me, like, in it. They kept giving me positivity, feeding it to me, letting me know, like, this is just how it goes. Young fella, like, when you're a top pick, a lot of times you don't go to a team that's ready to win. And so you're brought in to be a part of that callous thing. You know, you're brought in to be a part of that group that's, you know, to lead them to win. And so you got to take some bumps because you don't even know how to win yet. So it was okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was learning early on, and like I'll see the vets still laughing at the games, and I'll be sitting there like, the season over, we 0-5.
Bro, I be sitting on the bus like quiet, everybody in the back like lit. I'm like,
yeah, they vibing.
What's going on? Like, I'm so not used to that. Like, it's a different kind of thing. Like, people on their phones in the locker room at halftime. I'm like,
what's up with that? That ain't my culture.
I'm like,
that's your culture. Talk to me about that.
I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I didn't even know it was a thing. Like, hugging other players, like on the other team before the game, or dapping anybody. Like, I'm not used to that. I'm like, it's enemy. Like, we can talk.
Yeah, you got that dog, because you got that dog mentality.
Before the game, I'm like, what's going on? But now I get it. Like, now I get, like, because you never know. Like, you can be teammates in college. Like, you probably weren't going to be teammates. Now in the league, like, anybody can get traded any given day. So, like,
you're going to see a lot of these people on your team over your career.
In the future. Yeah, that was a big. I feel like that was my biggest like transition. Getting used to like just being a pro. Like we're all just like going to work, and like we have coworkers around us, and like just being able to know like you never know who's going to be your teammate. That was like my big adjustment.
I think one of the things is too, like a lot of people see the money and everything that comes with it, the money, the celebrity, the fame, and all the things, which is great, right? Like, you know, a lot of people, some people trade it back in, some people are like, no, I want to trade this, but I don't think they understand what all goes into being a pro and a professional. You know what I mean? And like that's one thing that it's hard to get prepared for, but that's really your job, right? 24/7. And now you got to learn how to make that your job 24/7 in a sense. Even when you're not practicing or working out, you're still thinking about the game. You know what I'm saying? You still asking questions about the game. You ruin people for no reason. Like we hoopers. And so it's so much that go into being like a professional. And it's really a lot, and you still got to perform every day, practicing every night, you know, and so it's a lot being a professional. A lot of people just get caught up in the clicks and the views and the money and the fame, but it's hard, you know, to actually be one and to be one that does not get in any trouble, one that, you know, that everybody like, whatever it is, it's hard to continue to fly at 40,000, you know, feet. Like you're gonna have some turbulence, you know, on this journey, but people expect it not to be because, hey, you get the money, we know, and you know, and I understand it because everyone doesn't have, and everyone is not able, and so it's like, well, if I had that, I'd take your problems. It's a lot of things to, you know, for injuries to be injuries, you know, in a sense.
How many years did you actually wait to win your first championship?
3 years. I won it my 3rd year.
Crazy. It was the feeling.
Crazy.
I know it was a great feeling.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like I said, when I first came in, we weren't that good, but we ended up making the playoffs. And then, man, I got gifted one of the greatest centers of all time in my 2nd year. I got gifted to play with Shaq. And we started building something that 2nd year, and I was, you know, and it was expectations. Like my rookie year was just let's have a little fun, let's build some stats. The next year was like, oh wait, we gotta like win a championship. And then the 3rd year we made some trades, brought Gary Payton in, Antoine Walker, James Posey, Jason Williams. Like we brought some veteran guys in and put them around. Obviously Shaq and myself, me and UD. Like we figured out a way to win. And like I couldn't believe it. Like I couldn't believe in my 3rd year, 24 years old. Like everything I've been through, academically ineligible, all the things that people said about me. Like I've never been like the best. And at that moment I was standing up there holding that Finals MVP trophy. Like that's for me was like,
that feeling was surreal.
The out of body was crazy.
What was the first thing you turned in?
Yeah, because I wasn't drinking yet. So like, first of all, champagne had me. I was in the bag lit. Champagne had me on my mind. I had never had like no drinks. I wasn't a drinker. So I'm in there. You top the champagne up and like we in the back and that's all you do when you party. But I got right to it. Like I became like you. Like I became like commercials and brands and that came out of nowhere because nobody ever told me I was cute. Like nobody was. There's like 50 beautiful people. Like most beautiful people in the world. I'm like, who the me? So my life just like changed. It was tough. It was tough. Like I went publicly. I went through a divorce. I went through a custody battle. I went through lawsuits. Like I went through a lot, but my life changed to become like I got so many. I started having so many lawyers. I'm like, why I got lawyers now? That's how you know. When you start having a lot of lawyers, a whole table full of lawyers at a foundation event is all
everybody.
Yeah. And so it changed like that for me. And like I tried to embrace. I was in Miami, man. Jesus Christ. So I tried to embrace it as much as I can. And like when I had a kid, I was this role model. There's a lot of things going on, and I was just trying to like balance it all as much as I can. And then sometimes, man, that balance, that bag get heavy, and it falls sometimes. And then you might see that in your personal life, you might see that in your game. And so it became a lot on my shoulders I was trying to carry.
Yeah, after you won that championship, the mindset, I mean, obviously people, they win a championship, like, you wanted more. You didn't just want that one championship going into it. What was the mindset of just wanting more? What did you want more from your game? And what did you specifically work on, like, in that offseason?
Yeah, you talking about 06? Yeah, it was the right time. And I mean, the year before we had lost to Detroit. Detroit, shout out to the Pistons. They were tough. Like Rip, Chauncey, Rasheed, like Ben, like they were tough. But I had I broke like a rib. You know what I mean? Like in the game 5, and so we ended up losing in game 7. So like the whole summer for me was like to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals to play Detroit again. And we got back to the Eastern Conference Finals to play Detroit, and I was so prepared, so ready, like mentally and physically. And we kind of dominated them to get to the finals. And the same thing in the finals when I got there. It's just like I'm a kid here, and I was like, well, I'm here. And I don't know how many times I'm gonna get here. So like it's another level and I gotta find it. And I found another level. I clicked into it. I woke up from the greatest dream of my life and I was holding the trophy. And so it was dope. It was unexpected, at the early in my career, but we had the right group of guys that understood what it means to win. And I think that's the hardest thing when you're playing a team sport. Everybody don't understand what it means to win and to sacrifice. Because, a lot of times as we're young, it's about us. And rightfully so, it's not a bad thing, but that's why you see a lot of young players, a lot of young teams win because they don't understand the sacrifice that I needed from each individual to be successful.
Well, you were able to do it 3 times, so.
I sacrificed.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, because you also play with, you played a lot of great players.
Yeah, I think people need to rock.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody always like, it's not enough balls, it's not enough balls, but you made that sacrifice to win that championship. And because the first championship, you had the ball.
I had the rock.
Yeah, you had the rock.
Yeah, I had the rock.
But by the third one, I mean,
LeBron had the rock.
LeBron had the rock.
I had to figure out a way to get the rock.
Yeah,
LeBron had the rock.
That's not like normal. Like you don't have a lot of teammates where they're willing to make that sacrifice. Like one of my teammates, Michaela. I don't know if you remember Michaela Ayu, where like beginning of the season, I always give kudos to her. At the beginning of the season, like she didn't play. She was getting 3 minutes, and like by the end, like she was killing it. She waited her turn. She was the loudest on the team that cheered for everybody. But every day she came in the gym early. She always was working out, and she always was there for us. Like she knew and she wanted to do whatever. When her name was called, like she was ready. And I love having teammates like that. You don't really run across too many teammates, and I haven't really run across too many teammates that have been able to like sit and wait their turn and stay down and do whatever for the team. And
not a lot of people.
It's tough. Yeah, it's It's not.
No, that right there is a special skill and a special talent.
Yeah.
Right? It's like your ability.
Love the execution up front.
I can't say it's uncoachable. You can teach someone how to work early, but like some of that is innate.
Yeah.
And so that right there is stuff when you're trying to put a team together. And I don't think I hope people understand a team is not just a roster full of the most talented people. That's called the All-Star Game on Olympics.
Yes.
A team is a roster full of a group of individuals put up that can all play their role to perfection, and that's how you get to the point of winning the championship. And so someone who has that mentality like that, that's an unbelievable teammate. That's someone that's like, your favorite teammate. You go to someone like that. Like I go to UD. I don't go to Shaq and LeBron and all those guys. I go to UD because he did the dirty work. He did the little things. And I'm talking about the before practice, the after practice, when you're coming back from injury. Hey, let me get up there with you so you can get some extra work. Like all these little things that make a teammate great. That's what makes a team great. You can't just have everybody talented and everybody go. That don't work.
Do you think that's the difference between today's NBA?
Well, I think a lot of, but because the game is so young, right? Like, and so no one wants to wait their turn, and no one has to because there's not a lot of vets in the game like it used to be. But a lot of young guys are very, very talented. I mean, the skill level is insane, right? Like, you cannot not look at sport and be like, yo, the skill level is crazy. But I think the thing is no one understands the journey to actually winning the championship and what it actually takes, the sacrifice that is needed. Because, rightfully so, most people are getting drafted coming off. They're the top 1, 2, 3 players on their high school team, grade school team, high school team, college team. So they're used to being, no one is really learning how to play that role that's needed to actually win. And not to be good, but like to win and to keep a roster spot. It's all these things. It's like sometimes you gotta come in like, yo, I used to get buckets. Well, only way I'm gonna make this team is I'm gonna take charges. And that's an ego hit, that's a pride hit, that's all the things. But a lot of people are not getting enough of that to understand that. Like people like to bring it in and talk about winning championships. They don't really understand what it takes to actually sacrifice your ability to be able to get 20 a game to make sure that you just become the guy that can come in and play 5 minutes and help your team win and win the championship. That's hard. And so, but no one's getting taught that really now.
Was it hard that transition for you though?
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Like when Brian came down, it was hard.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, like Wayne County, like this my show, and I had to kind of give up my show to, he was gonna take it. He's Brian, so he took it, but it was hard to like get off the ball and get off of what I was comfortable with. But also it wasn't hard because I didn't come up the same way as every star. I built myself into a quote unquote headliner for a game, and so I actually was a role player growing up. So I just had to tap back into the bag that I had when I was that kid. I used to just pick up 94 feet and learn how to back cut, learn how to do these things that I learned, the fundamentals of the game to be great. And so for me, I'm actually prideful of it because when people like to talk about the greatest 2 guards or the greatest players in the game, they like to rank you. And the rankings don't matter to me because you can be 3 in this generation and 10 in another generation, or this player like this version of you and this player doesn't. But for me, it's a complete game. It's not just, I wasn't just a 3-point shooter. I wasn't just, I did a lot of things in the game of basketball, and I was pretty good at them all. And so I feel like when they try to compare me to most people, I'm like, nah, yeah, he do this like I do, but he don't do that. Because I was willing to do all the things that was needed to actually win. To anyone for that reason.
Now that you're retired, is there anything that you look back on like, I wish I did this different?
You just noted it. Punch better than the turnover.
Nah.
On the second one, now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
At what point does a salad become a salad? When you're at the egg roll, the Zaxby Sensation Salad.
Did it.
Yeah, you did everything you
Yeah, I did it, and the things that I didn't get, I couldn't control. Like I didn't walk away with an MVP or Defensive Player of the Year, but I couldn't control those things. I had seasons where I was, rightfully so, I should have been in the conversation, but you don't control the votes. And so once I stopped looking for praise through men, I stopped caring about things like that, and I started just understanding like I'm a kid from the inner city of Chicago that got a chance to live the dream out, and I got a chance to do all the things in the middle of this dream that I actually wanted to do, like go to All-Star games, play with great players, meet my favorite players, like, you know what I'm saying, like all the things I got to do and actually be pretty good at this game as well, walk away as one of the best. Like, I have nothing but to give back to the game. That's all I got left for the game now is to give back, whether it's being an investor into Chicago Sky or the Utah Jazz, or it's been a mentor to a lot of players, or whatever my role is being a broadcaster. Whatever that role is for me. I just heard Brian say it too, and I heard Melo say, like, our goal now is just we just want to keep giving back to the game because the game gave all of us so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you being an investor. Obviously, we have so much to grow and do, and little time we've done a lot. But we appreciate you for investing. I don't think a lot of people know like what you do for our team. If you can explain a little bit of what you do for us.
Yeah, I mean, so I got an opportunity, which was great. Shout out to Nadia Olsen and Mike Walters. Yes, love Nadia. She had a vision, and I was a part of that vision. And then, as a Chicago kid, our goal is to continue to lift the WNBA up, and we can do it by showing up at the games. We can do it by tweeting and talking about the game while we do that. And so it's like, what's the next step and what's the next level? So for me, I'm an investor now, I'm an entrepreneur now, and so just getting an opportunity to be able to invest into a hometown team that, I was there when Chicago Sky first came. Like they practiced right next to where I worked out at. Like I was on this court, the team's on that court. Yeah, we got so much history with the Sky, and so when the opportunity came, I was like, this is a great opportunity for me to give back to the game. You know what I mean? And who knew? A year later that you would be, I knew we had no idea that a year later you would take over Chicago and all the things. And I just remember being a part of the process. So, part of my role is to continue to keep elevating the game. I go in and I make sure I meet with Kathy so I can learn that side. I try to learn from the players. I try to learn from the PA, just so I'm a voice for the game. It's not like I'm on one side versus the next. I'm a fan of the game. I'm someone who knows the game of basketball, but I'm also someone who, who's willing to sit and learn and listen. And so, I do things like individuals like me, we build our own relationship, we communicate, we talk. I'm here, I'm a sounding board. And so it's just a lot of things that you can do, community stuff, outreaches, but even in the draft process, just communicate with Michael, sending notes back, looking at film, like, okay, this is what I like of Angel, and it's just advice. I'm on an advisory board in a sense. I just give advice, I don't make the decisions.
People think that you make it.
Yeah, I know, they be tweeting me.
Love's like, we need a breakfast facility, we need it tomorrow. People don't even realize, like, you don't have that full.
Yeah, that's not, I'm on the team.
Yeah, you're not the owner.
I'm an investor. No, but all the stuff that you talked about, we talked about that before I invested. We sat down with Michael, we sat down with Nadia, we talked about the practice gym. Okay, what we gonna do? We talked about our players' lifestyle. We talked about the role players coming in having a better lifestyle than our players because of where the practice gym at versus where they stand. These are all discussions that was had. We went out and we looked at, we went out and we walked through places and we tried to find certain places to bring the practice gym down. The work has been done. It just takes time.
Yeah, it does. People have to be patient with that.
Yeah, so everybody, it's cool. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. But the thing is I'm on the it's like my kid's life. Like I told Zaya, I'm just an advisor in your life now. That is a great place to be because you can take my advice or you can leave it. And so when you're an investor, you don't have a lot of say so. You're not majority, you're minority. You don't have a voice. But it's great that I'm a part of two organizations that allows me to have a voice as a minority investor, where I can talk basketball with them and I can give my opinions and I can have a relationship with the players and just kind of be me. Without all the red tape.
We appreciate you. Hopefully more guys, NBA players and players can do the same thing that you're doing because, we appreciate it. We truly appreciate it from me and my teammates. Have you been enjoying, retirement though?
Yeah, I do retirement well. I live life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just customize it. Yeah, now I started doing my podcast. The Wide Network is cool. It's like you and I were talking before. These lights came on. We were just talking about getting used to it. You first start reading off the card, then you don't need the card. Then you start having your own ideas, and then you nah, I want my show to look like this. So I'm in year 2 of mine, and we're building a studio. We're not building a studio. We're redoing the studio out here to kind of now have our own space to do all the things we need to do. And I'm excited about it. It's not just for me. It's for you come to town, you can rent my studio out. You can do your podcast in there. So I'm just in that space, but I do a lot of things too. I I like to say I'm versatile. Like, just like I play the game of basketball. Like, I don't just have, like, one job. People like, what do you do? Like, I do so many things, bro. But I'm just doing life. Yeah, I'm just doing life. Yeah, I'm trying.
Pick up the basketball. When was the last time you picked up a basketball?
Last night I went to my 10-year-old was in the gym. I went in the gym and I played him one-on-one just to talk about, let him see the video so he can see. I don't really play much. Like, I go in the gym sometimes when my son's in the gym. And my brother Chris Johnson was one of the top trainers out here in LA. I go to the gym, and when I go to the gym with him, he puts me right on the microphone. Like, whatever plays in the gym, I'm like coaching, I'm teaching, I'm talking. And that's my connectivity to the game, and I love that. But like me playing the game, these knees is not. I'm still cold though. I just want y'all to know that my knees just ain't letting me be great, but I'm still nice.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. Of course, you got on the podcast, but like, we got to talk about your life.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about more.
How did you guys meet? I mean, I love Gabby.
We met pretty much through mutual friends. I mean, you're in the industry now.
It's different now, though. Social media is like where you meet people. Like,
you can get
it's
to
not a
it.
thing where you go on. Like, it's not a thing.
You just
People DM me. Okay, let's see what it does.
But yeah, we didn't do that. But like, I guess like friends. It was kind of like a meeting, kind of thing. It was like we met and then we did a party together. And my wife, she's been a celebrity for a very long time. So I grew up a little horny little boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not boy, but like, I was crushing on her when I was young. For sure. Like, what is that's? Like, I'm from the black community. That's Gabrielle Union. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
was it hard though? Like, big? Because a lot of times, like, men are insecure. And they like having a woman that is dominant and being able to have a woman that has her own.
Yeah.
And, like, honestly, was it hard for you to be in?
It was an adjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't easy and it's not easy. Both sides, both ways. She's an alpha.
Yeah.
She's an alpha. It's not easy for her neither. But yeah, it was a little adjustment for me, but also too, you can see my personality. I'm able to play with Shaq. I'm able to play with LeBron. Me and Gab play together. We're partners. We're teammates. And so this is just another version of that for me. Is I got to learn how to play off of her and play with her. I got to learn when to lead. I got to learn when to follow. And I think a lot of men here that they like, oh, you follow your listen. How me and my household run, that's how we run. And so we just got to know that, understand that like good leaders doesn't always need to be the ones that's talking. Don't always need to be the ones in the front. It don't always need to be about them. Actually, good leaders, you won't be about them. It'll always be about everyone else. And so I always tell my friends, like my whole life now is about how do I center myself and bring myself to the party, but not make it about me, right? Like that's my whole thing now. It's like understanding like that I need to stand in certain spaces. I need to be me, but then how do you make it about the others? And that's kind of how I did as a teammate, like understanding like, okay, I had to be Dwayne Wade for this team to be successful, but you know what? This guy's gonna eat. This guy's gonna eat. Here go these lobs, bro. I'm gonna give up 10,000 points because I'm gonna throw lobs to you and not just taking a dunk at myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so that's the same thing in a relationship with my wife. We kind of have to play that, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, she got her own swag. She got her own life. And so you got to be real secure in who you are to deal with a woman who got her own brand. You know what I'm saying? Like she can hop on a PJ when she wants. Like she got that life, and so you got to be secure in what you do and how you move, knowing that she can move like how she want to move. And so I'm cool with it all. Like she boss out some time on me. She'll spill up a little bit. Be like, I'll pay. I got it. Like, oh, all right. Then I call her on it. Then now we paying 50-50 on some stuff when I say that. Yeah. But then she'll be like, nah, you got a big dog. Go ahead. You do it. You know what I'm saying? So we just kind of figured out. I mean, it's not easy, but she's obviously now we're in a different phase now. She's a mom of our baby girl, Cobb, and so I get to see a different Gab than everyone gets to see. And so it's good. Yeah, she's hopefully she come by the end of this interview, but she got home and I was like, she knew she was supposed to come here, right? But whenever my daughter gets home, she does not want to leave home.
Really?
Like something about that house she really loves, and she be like, damn, like, who's gonna be there? She got a lot of questions. I'll be like, so you just, you ask you like questions, you're not showing up. So I told her, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go do the interview. Like, won't you come with your mom? And so we'll see. Hopefully they're not that far away. So hopefully she has the house and come see us.
What's next for you?
I'm in it now. I'm in like what's now for me.
What's now?
You know, just continue to like, just continue to, first of all, educate myself. Like, I'm all about learning. You know, I'm all about seeing a move that I don't understand and asking how you do that. About asking questions. And so I get a chance to be in different spaces now. I get a chance to be around different conversations. And I embrace it. I sit, I listen, but then I ask questions when my opportunity present. And so, for me, it's just continue to keep growing in all my spaces. Because I know that I'm a leader, and whether I'm a leader to a lot of people because I get to experience them in life. I get to walk and I get to meet people in life and understand that they're watching what you're doing. And so I just want to continue to keep evolving and educating myself in all the spaces, whether it's the wine industry, whether it's the investment industry, whether it's the shoe industry. I have a brand in China, whatever it's the podcast. No, she wears Anta.
Off the play fake.
Someone Kennedy, she wears Anta. She wears Clay. But Tim Martin comes up there, yeah.
Oh my God, I just started working with him.
Yeah, he's one of the best. He's a great trainer out of Texas, out of Dallas. He works with me with Li Ning, and so like he's like one of my like ambassadors of the brand, and like really helped me go out there and like let me experience.
Show off the shoes off.
Yeah.
Came down practice and give Teaspoon and some of them some shoes.
Yeah.
Tim is great. Being able to work with him in this off season. I always like to pick players' minds. What do you think something me going into year 2, like me being able to work on and just continue to grow my game?
Yeah, I think obviously, when you look at your game, everyone's gonna go right to like how you grow your offensive game. And I just saw moments this year where you actually did the next step. It's just about doing it more, right? You got the ball in the mid post, you faced up, you started right, you hit that little jumper. We see how Asia Wilson is, or we see how Asia Wilson is. A lot of it is she get that ball, she fakes you up, and you at her mercy, right? Because she can pop, she can shoot it right in front of you. She got a beautiful stroke, and she can go both ways, right? She can go left and right, and she tough. She used to it. So for me, I think that's the same evolution for you, is to be able to get that rock and now extend your game. You hit some threes this year. You have it. So now it's about working on it, being consistent with it, and then now you got to go out there in the game. You got to trust it. Don't go in the gym and work on something you don't trust.
That's the toughest thing. I think people don't realize, you work on it, but like when you go into the game, like you're so used to like the things that work for you. They're easy for you.
Don't want to do that.
That's probably the toughest thing for me. Like just being able to go into a game and just taking the shots that I work out, working on it. Working with Tim has just been the best thing for me. Just like even just transitioning from college, because college I wouldn't even take jump shots.
Right.
But like I worked out with Tim pre-draft, like my whole pre-draft, and like just going into the league, like being able just to take missed shots. He tells me like first quarter, fourth quarter, you get your shots up, your confidence shots up, and just being able to break the game down, to me, that's something I really loved and enjoyed. But I think that's going into the second year, like my confidence through my workouts and like everything is like something that I just have to go through the roof.
Yeah, so a coach told me this. He actually told me one of my greatest strengths was, when a coach gives you some information, right, tell you how to go do something, and then your ability to be able to do it right away. And so for me, the ability to be able to apply what I learned immediately was one of my strengths. So if I learned a move with Tim was to teach me a move, I'm trying that move to make that a game. I have to try this. There's no reason for me to be working on this move and find like, okay, it feels a little comfortable now and then in my workout. First thing I'm doing is I'm trying it in the game. And so, I always tell players, if you're not going to use it in the game, then don't work on that. If that's not your role on the team and your role is only to do this, then right now work on that, master something before you start being all over the place. But if you're going to work on all that, man, when you get out in that game, you got to have the confidence in it, because your confidence is built in the unseen hours. It's in practice, right? That's why you put in that work. And so you saw yourself make this move. You saw yourself make this shot over and over and over. You got to have the confidence in yourself. So I think for you, that's it. It's really just having more confidence in your offensive bag. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have confidence in your bag, then now you start adding other things to your bag, right? But you showed flashes of it. But that wasn't necessarily your role right away neither. And so you did what you were supposed to do in year 1, and now year 2, you made the All-Star game. Now you want to continue that. You want to be on that All-Star level. You want to be on that eventually pick for the Olympic level, right? You want to be on that next takes extra amount of talent of greatness. So now it's that other bag, and it's still being a force on the rebounds, still being a force defensively. Becoming more of a leader. Hearing your voice a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, to your teammates.
I was a little nervous here when, like, usually I'm very, like, outspoken, but, like, as a rookie, I wanted to come in and kind of, like, listen and grow, but I think towards the end of the season, I kind of got more vocal, but, like, coming in, I can, like, speak up and say stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Your teammates read all the things that you're reading. They're seeing all the things that you're seeing. So they're watching you a lot. And they love and they respect how you come and you approach your job. Even when all the hate is coming at you, you still come, you're smiling, you're taking photos with like they're watching these things about you. So they respect you. And it's a trust that's been built because you're coming in and you're giving everything. And so you shouldn't be afraid at all to talk, to say what you need to say about the game, especially when you go out and play the way that you play. You give it your all. So every player respects a player like that. And your voice, the microphone that you have is the loudest when you play that way. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but that's all the things you learn going into year 2. You're going to feel a different player. You're going to, like, things that you couldn't do this year, you're going to be able to do next year because you're going to already have the knowing of the game, knowing the cadence of the game. You're going to know things different, so it's going to slow down. And when the game slow down for you, that's when it gets scary. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Reese's Pieces, and we asked the fans questions. And so these are some questions that some fans have sent in. So once your career is over, you receive so many milestones. Do you see yourself ever being a coach of a team?
I really don't want that life, but I would not say no.
Would you coach your kids?
If I needed to.
Yeah.
If I needed to. Like, I really feel like I made...
You said dress for the job you want. Well, she listened.
If my daughter plays basketball, I think I might be a coach. I definitely think I'm going to be that guy. But coaching a lot of... Coaching where? What are we talking about coaching at?
I don't see you coaching the NBA, but like...
No, I don't...
Hit the reset button and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Daniels.
Oh my God, yo!
14 today. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Man, this is fucking ridiculous,
They'll
bro.
get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second down and 3. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half. And
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set ready for this next drive. The Washington offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case. Not
at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw on third down, Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a tremendous first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Come on,
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's corralled, but now before getting it inside the 35. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. They'll motion McLaurin left. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Come on, bro.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Looking to throw. Daniels. Flushed out right. And this pass broken.
Wow!
And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They begin with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way.
Time it's Hill.
Wow.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Inside handoff, Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left.
Yeah, don't even let me do the fucking quarterback spot, bro.
The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys. Competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there. Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they travel behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
But today he did.
No good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route. Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll give him 4 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Bro, I got but 4 catches?
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Yeah, this keeps going, man.
And no thought to
oh, my kids release, bro.
And they'll take over at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit. And then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up for that one.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Eckler. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 85 yards rushing for him now.
Like that.
It's been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey,
come on, bro.
We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long. And that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And
what the fuck, bro?
Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looking to throw. Daniels.
Oh my God! Where the fuck is McClain, bro?
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start with the option. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Jackson running again. And maybe the wrong read there.
One more stop, 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 one more stop.
3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
One more stop, man.
Jackson now.
There we go. Forward them things. Now we even.
And the Commanders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back to throw. Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll send Brown in motion right. Up the middle with Eckler. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking,
I had to focus, man. That shit was getting out of control.
To get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. To the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they
let's end this shit, man.
They're in desperate need of finding the end zone. For Henry.
Good tackle.
Good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Good tackle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running.
Good tackle, man. Bobby Wagner like that, for real.
Usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running.
Oh, shit.
Tackle this guy.
Man, I thought Lamar was going to run that shit.
Thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got to start throwing it, though.
Looking to throw. Jackson. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Henry out of the pistol, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball game.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
Oh, my goodness. Here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4 times.
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Daniels. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller...
Damn, what the fuck, man?
That's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. In motion left goes a tight end. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulated right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely
good window
football we're witnessing.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Jackson. That is caught. He's going to have the first down. And so, look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews, 49 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And I believe the referee's been bound.
Man, y'all know that's a catch, man.
It's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yes, sir.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 10. A little over 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. And fortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the Commanders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
I don't really know if coaching my thing. Like I love getting back to the game. I don't know if I would be a coach, but you also too, you don't want to say, you never want to say never, because that may be a part of your calling, right? And you know, to think about getting a chance to put together a certain staff of individuals that can really imprint the players the way that you know they need to be imprinted, and not just teaching them a game of basketball, but the other things that come with being professional and being, men, and so you look at those things like, man, I got a lot to give, and I can give it from that seat, but also too, I can give it from the seat I'm in too. And so I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I would not say no. I'm not out of it.
Yeah, that's.
But right now,
I'm
good right now.
Coach. I don't have the patience, to be a coach.
Some coaches don't have the patience, and they coaches.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you know what? A lot of things is, listen, we say a lot of things, but everybody got a number now.
Yeah.
You see the money they getting paid now. Because I used to be like, I ain't coaching. I'm like, wait, how much?
Yeah.
He got 80 what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's changing now. So you're like, wait, so $100 million about to be on the sideline soon?
I'll take that.
I'll put on a suit.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll see. You never know.
Another fan asks, what made you want to write a book?
So I've written 2 books. My first book was called The Father First, How My Life Became Bigger Than Basketball. And the reason I wrote that book was because I was going through a lot publicly through the separation of my ex-wife and our custody journey.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of men who, as I was going through it, just had a lot of questions, a lot of answers, a lot of things that we just didn't know. And so I just wanted to share that journey.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to be because when I was going through it, I didn't really have a lot of places to look. Not a lot of men that shared that journey or publicly got custody of kids or the things that I went through. And so it became important for me to be able to put something down so the story can be told.
Yeah.
And I use that story to go out on talk shows and different places just to highlight and elevate men standing up and fighting for to be in their kids' lives more so than anything. So that's how I wrote my first book, and then my last one was just kind of a wrap up for my career.
Yeah.
My photographer, videographer followed me for probably 10 to 12 years of my career, and so we just wanted to kind of give them the inside scoop a little bit about the game and how I thought and saw the game and the people that was along the journey. So,
Yeah. Last question: what is your best advice that you've received from a coach or a mentor?